What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazik, aka Franchise Play. Gotta tell you about this new app called RotoQL. RotoQL works for users for DraftKings as well as FanDuel, and it does two things primarily. It saves time when you're picking lineups. The second thing that it does is obviously what? It helps you win more. RotoQL is designed to give you the same types of tools that the pros, that the hardcore daily fantasy sports players use to get success. You can get in on RotoQL with a three-day free trial by going to the link right here at the bottom of the screen. RotoQL.com/YouTube. Also, take a look in the description. You need to just click on it as well as some additional information. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. What's good, baby? We got another MyLeague episode here, and I'm going to tell you up top what we have. We have two simulation games, and you're seeing right now this is a sim with the Harlem Bruisers getting bruised right now at the end of the game against the Pelicans. The outcome of this game is pretty much apparent. You can see the Bruisers struggled. Once you see Levi Callaway's line, you're going to know that I clearly was not controlling him for this particular game. He had an okay game by other people's standards, but look at this jump shot. He shoots it, gets some contact, doesn't get the foul. Just an overall bad game for the Bruisers, and the Bruisers they're on a skid. Look at that. They're not getting back on defense. That's Levi Callaway not getting back because he's on the floor complaining about the foul on the other end and did not get back, gave up another easy bucket. This is a depressing road loss for the Bruisers, and they have now lost 3 games in a row. They will try to end this skid in the third game of this particular episode, but as you can see right now, this one's going to come to an end with the Pelicans winning 102-83. Anthony Davis was Anthony Davis. He had a really big game, and so this was a somewhat of a high-profile showdown between Anthony Davis and Levi Callaway, two similar players, but statistically and even from a team standpoint, the unibrow got the best of Levi in this game. The Pelicans are not a great team. So the Bruisers losing makes you gotta wonder, how many of Junior and I's expansion teams, how many of them are going to actually make the postseason, if any, because nothing's guaranteed. You see Unibrow with 29 points, 16 rebounds, and 4 assists. Like I said, this was a simulated game, so all of these highlights are basically from the sim. You can see Anthony Davis was not really caring. He's pulling up a 3, saving balls from going out of bounds, getting steals in the paint, taking a hoop in the harm against Spencer Hawes, who is a recently acquired player. Left hand layup off the glass, stop and just put it off. Just doing it. All right, just doing it. Alexis Ajenka had 18 and 6. That should never happen. Drew Holiday with 12. Terrence Jones with 12, Tyreek Evans with 11. They signed Nate Robinson in my league. But let's look at the Bruisers. Only 19 and 11 for Levi Callaway. Now that's a good game for everybody else. But when you're leading the NBA in scoring at over 40 a game, then yeah, that means that you were held pretty much in check. He only took 12 shots though. 2 for 2 from three-point range, only went to the line 7 times. And Levi's statistical line throughout this season, where he's been just dominating from a scoring standpoint, he's been getting to the line a lot. I don't know what was going on with Darrell Arthur, but he hit 3 threes, 13 points. I might have to step out and take some threes with Arthur when we play. Brandon Jennings with 10 points and 7 assists. He had 4 turnovers, which is not ideal. Ginobili, Ennis, and Brogdon. Brogdon didn't play that great. All right, so we got to jump back into the next game, which is a sim game for Junior's St. Louis Lightning. Now, we're going to jump all the way to the end of this game because it is a sim game, and Junior's Lightning are not faring much better than my Bruisers did. They are getting struck by 19 with under a minute remaining, and Ibaka, did not get traded in our MyLeague. He's still with the Magic. Puts the layup off the glass. It's 95-74. This one is not in doubt either. Long three by Marvin Williams, no good. It ain't looking good. It's not looking good for Junior's Lightning in this one. And they had been playing really well. They were in a tie for first place in the division. Probably won't be tied after this loss. Mozgov did have a good game. Gets the block right there. Gerald Henderson's tied. Probably needs to give it up. He almost lost it. Mozgov, oh my God. I just said something good about Mozgov, and he couldn't even make a little 7-footer in the lane. So, yeah, you're not representing yourself pretty well. So the Magic are going to dribble out the clock, and they're going to get a 21-point win, 95-74. Now, the Junior's been playing with the Lightning lately. When he's controlling them, Cam Dawkins has been going off. He's been going off. Junior's been just giving him the ball, letting him just basically get his Russell Westbrook on. His Russell Westbrook is Allen Iverson. He's been going. And the Lightning have been playing better with that. So I was telling Junior he may want to consider adjusting his simulation strategy to having them play through Cam Dawkins even when he's not playing with them, because they need some offense, because they could not find a way to score in this game, only getting 74 points. That's NCAA-like. Evan Fournier was the player of the game, 15 points and 10 assists and a rebound. Left-hand drives to the lane, pull-up jump shots, threes. He's got them. Baseline three. Oh, yeah, corner three. Yeah, he's doing it. Ibaka led him in scoring, though. Well, him and Vucevic, both of them had a double-double. So it looks as if the Magic... Oh, my God, did you see the catch block by Ibaka? Just caught it. 16 and 11. That was his only block of the game, but it was very fierce. Fournier. So they had 3 different players with a double-double, so that usually is going to bode well for you. Mozgov led the Lightning in scoring with 18 points and 6 rebounds. Aaron Brooks had 12. Paul Pierce had 9. Cam Dawkins had 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Yeah, that's a struggle. That's a struggle for real. Now, in the first quarter, you see the Lightning jumped out and they played well. But from that quarter on, Orlando gave them the business, punching them all across the face, neck, chest, back, and head. And it left some bruises. Yeah, they shot 32% from the field in the third quarter and 29% from the field in the fourth quarter. That is not going to do well. All right, let's take a look at the standings. Leading into this last game, you see the Lightning are 3-2. They're a game behind the Pistons. So the Bulls are actually a game behind them as well. The Grizzlies still have not lost, and they're in first place. We have the Skyscrapers are a game and a half behind the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Anchorage Smoke are in first place, 4-2. Who would have thunk it? Not many. But the last game of this episode is the Harlem Bruisers, and this was a full game for me. The Bruisers have to get off this losing skid. They have to get off of it. They were looking like possibly the strongest expansion team, but early on in this game, they're not looking strong. Wilson Chandler walks into a 3. And the Nuggets are up by 8. But Spencer Hawes, he had a big game. Came up big. Hits the 3 there. Look at Malcolm Brogdon going to the lane. 2-hand jam there. And the Bruisers are within 8 points. Now down by 12. Levi Callaway hits the man, gets the hockey assist to Brandon Jennings, who hits the 3 in the corner, makes it a 9-point game. They've cut it to 2, but over the top, an easy bucket by Jamal Murray. Down by 4. 50-42, another easy bucket over the top, makes it a 10-point game. Wilson Chandler was a problem. But look at this inbound pass to Sean Livingston. Oh, just inside half court. Did it count? With the flick. Did it count? I mean, that one was really, really close. There was only 0.8 of a second remaining in the half when Spencer Hawes inbounded the ball. So legally, you're supposed to have at least 0.3 of a second on the clock to be able to get a shot off. If there's less than 0.3 of a second, I don't even know why they don't just end games, but they don't. I guess because of a foul. But legally, it's called the Trent Tucker rule. And apparently, Sean Livingston got the shot off, and it goes down, and we get the credit for the 3, which was big. This is a big point here because that was able to cut the lead under 10. The 3-pointer by Brogdon, no good, but look at Levi doing it to Galloway. 2-hand jam. Gets the rebound over Gallinari and 2-hand slam in Jokic's face. But look, here's a nice pass, and I told you Gary Harris misses, but look at Nikola Jokic get the offensive rebound, puts it back in. We were up by 3 at that point, down by 1 now. Gallinari looking, trying to drive. The fadeaway jump shot in. Puts it up 3. Brendan Malone likes it, 70-67. But Brooklyn back up 1. Tyus Jones harassing Jameer Nelson, gets the steal. David Lee with the 2-hand slam. The Bruisers are up by 3. 73-70, but this is a seesaw game, and we're now 4 here, and the 3 out of the corner by Gary Harris puts us down by 7. We were down as much as 15 in this game. Zaza Pachulia with the 1-hand slam cuts it to 3. He had a big game on the boards. Levi, look, oh my God. Levi Callaway with the fake spin to the left, comes back, well, the fake spin to his right, comes back left, slams it down. Levi's taking over. 3-pointer on the trailer. 102-100. The Harlem Bruisers have the lead. Tyus Jones finds Levi the dagger. The dagger 3 with 25 seconds left. Harlem leads by 8. And that is going to do it. 115-107. The Harlem Bruisers shake off the losing streak, and Levi Callaway gets back on his dominant pace of scoring. He had a huge game. Huge fourth quarter. Actually, his second, third, and fourth quarters were pretty impressive. But the fourth quarter, he came up with the big buckets down the stretch. Scored I think he scored 9 of the last 13 points for the Bruisers, which is big. And look at the scoring: 41 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Of course, he's still leading the league in scoring. He's doing that, and he also had a humongous block in this game too. But that was the move of the game. That move was ridiculous. But look at this block shot. I said my mama said I can't have no company. Don't call my house no more with that. Drives to the basket to his right. The 3-pointer. Levi was big. Levi did his thing. His team needed him to come up big, and that's exactly what he did. But Wilson Chandler played well, 23 points. Jokic with a really big double-double, 19 and 17. Well, they had 6 players in double figures, but it wasn't enough. 41 points for Levi, carries the team. 17 for Halls. I told you he had a big game. That was off the bench, too. Brandon Jennings with 10 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. Only 2 turnovers. Well, that's a big drop-off for him. You see, Jaja had 8 points and 16 boards. Brogdon had 8. David Lee had 8 off the bench. So we got good production off the bench. And aside from Callaway's humongous game, the biggest difference I felt in this game was the bench play. There's that beautiful block again. There's the beautiful block. But yeah, I thought the bench play was huge. You look at it right there. That's 17 from Halls, 8 from David Lee. That's 25. And then Pachulia starts. But that's 25 points off the bench right there. So that's huge. Then Sean Livingston had 7 off the bench. That's another. And Tyus Jones came in and played well off the bench. Ginobili did okay for off the bench at 6. So a lot of production from the reserves. And I thought, like I said, aside from Callaway, that was the reason why we were able to get this tough road victory. I know the Nuggets are not amazing, but it was still a tough road victory. Look, 44 points off the bench to 29 for the Nuggets. And then we ended up, we still got out-rebounded, but hey, still gave up too many turnovers. 23 points off turnovers for the Nuggets. Got to get that under control. But we got this game. And that's all that matters. Until next time, peace.